Bren, where's my...
118, 1920. Where's your what?
Where's my chickpea patty for my vegans?
It's there by Jean.
Oh, I'm glad you told me. I nearly wiped the counter with it.
Vegans. They've no business coming to a Millennium dinner, in my view. They cause nothing but trouble with the faddy attitudes. They should stay at home with a banana.
Roasted vegetables?
They're in Tom's car.
Plates?
Twink's finishing off the plates.
Glasses?
Jean's doing glasses.
Anita?
Not here. We've got Malcolm.
Oh, well, I like Malcolm. Compared to Anita, you can have an intelligent conversation with him. Do you think he'd cope as a waitress?
How's the traffic looking, Tony?
Oh, pretty bad going into town. Hey, Twink, do you want to set off now, going to the brewery? Tell you what, go with Jean.
Can I go for Anita? If I go with Jean, I'll have to talk about Richard Claydon and all the flipping way.
Look, shall I go?
You're not going anywhere. I need you here.
Way, hasn't he gone masterful?
Must have got his end away in Scotland. Yeah, look, he's smiling. The cardi has landed.
Look, just sort them plates, Goldilocks. Philippa's going nuts down there trying to pack Tom's car.
Oh, it's going to be mayhem in Manchester tonight. Millennium madness. The police are threatening to close the roads. And someone exposed themselves to Lorraine Kelly on network television today. And that was at 9:30 in the morning.
What, somebody actually whipped it out of their pants on the television?
In Sauchiehall Street. But you couldn't see anything. We could only see Lorraine Kelly in front of the Millennium Dome.
Say that again, Dolly. Someone flashed at Lorraine Kelly in Glasgow, but she was in Greenwich. How did she know?
I assume it came down her headphones.
Better move on with those, Jean. You shouldn't do it 3 times a night. You've lost the strength to buff up.
If you're talking about Barry, I've broken it off.
No. How did you explain that in Casualty? You must have a grip of steel.
I've given him the push.
You finished with Barry the Love Muscle.
Yeah, I've had enough.
I've had more than enough by all accounts.
Well, 3 months non-stop sexual pestering, it gets on your wig. I mean, some nights you just want to put the telly on and pick your feet.
Still, all that sex must have given you a bit of confidence after Keith leaving.
Oh, yeah. Keith was useless in bed anyway. He had to have a jar of Vic in his hand before he touched any part of me at all. We only managed to conceive Lisa because I slipped underneath him while he was doing his Canadian Air Force exercise.
So are you on the loose again then, Jean?
Look, it's taken me 50 years to find me erogenous zones. I'm not going back settling for a bag of wine gums.
They've been linked with teenage alcoholism, wine gums. It was in the Daily Mail.
What a load of friars balsam. I spent half my childhood eating licorice bootlaces. I didn't end up as a bondage queen.
Shame, Jean. I could see you in a PVC catsuit.
It would have to come from a big cat.
Hear me hooting? How long do I have to have my hand on Tom's horn to get a response?
It's the cold weather.
I said, didn't I? Didn't I say the food, the plates and 2 of the girls would have to leave in Tom's car by 25 to?
Philippa.
I mean, what do I have to do to get my message across? Write it on my knickers and stick my bum out of the window?
No need for bums, thank you.
Oh, really? Really? Do you know how long I've been organising this Millennium dinner? Since March. I found the venue, I did the menu. And yes, I do know that rhymes, so please skip any pointless remarks you're going to make about being a poet and not being aware of it, or whatever the blithering expression is.
Actually, it's I'm a poet and I don't know it.
I'm a poet and I didn't know it, isn't it?
Or she's a poet and she didn't know.
I'm warning you, I'm awfully near the edge with this. I have had to organise single-handed a once-in-a-lifetime Millennium dinner for 150 people, 8 of whom are vegans, 3 of whom are gluten intolerant, and 1 I've just found out is in a neck brace and can't chew celery. Is it so much to ask that the first car would be ready and packed to leave by 25 to?
Is that what you wanted, 25 to?
Well, yes, I did, but I was obviously whistling up a gum tree.
It's only 20 past.
No. Oh, God, I'm so middle-aged, you see. The hands are so tiny on this, I must have been looking at the second hand. I'm having another go with my lenses, you see. Tom's idea. And one of them fell down my cleavage, and I had to sort of lick it, and I'd just eaten a Malteser. Golly, have I made a total twerp of myself?
Yes.
How are they doing at the brewery? Any waitresses turned up?
Yes, a few. Barbara, is it? And Sally and Nan?
Oh, not Nan.
Oh, what's wrong with Nan?
Well, for a start, she's about 108.
She's my age.
And she dresses like a part-time prostitute.
Oh, be fair, Dolly, she is a part-time prostitute.
Yes, but she dresses like one full-time. I mean, my neighbour's a lollipop lady, but she puts it away at the weekend.
Tell you what, let's have a quick brew and then we'll get going.
What do you want, Tony?
What do I want, Bren?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Is Stan spending the holidays with Bobby?
They were having Christmas at Bobby's, New Year at Stan's.
Yeah, he was gearing himself up to sleep with Bobby in his dad's bedroom.
Big night for Stan, that's a first, that is.
Yeah, be a first for Bobby trying to get in the mood next to a 10-foot mural of the bombing of Dresden.
Full fat, can he go?
Oh, it's very strong, Jean. Don't poke the bag so hard next time. I'm not a removal man.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Anita.
Hi. What happened to you on Christmas Eve, Mrs. Beggar-off without a word and need to excuse me?
Leaving poor Malcolm all on his own.
Did you drive in, Anita? How was the traffic?
The traffic?
Yeah, you know, cars on the road going past each other.
It didn't come that way.
Of course you didn't. Don't take your coat off. Quick brew, then you can go in Tom's car with Twinkle. Oh.
Is Tom not coming up?
I've had to put his seat so far forward to get the pea soup in, he can't actually get out at the moment. He's got a mince pie and a Sparrow jar of tape. I think he's OK. Oh, God! What? It's OK. It's OK. I thought it was going to do that going behind my eyeball thing, but it's not. Can we make this brew fairly speedy? I am worried about the traffic.
Well, I'm worried about burning my flipping mouth. I've got a sex life to think of, you know.
Well, hurry up with it, Twink. We're going to be crawling into town as it is.
Yeah, all right. Can't wait for the next millennium if this is how it takes you. Naggy nag 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 carny, man.
When are they having the next millennium? Have they decided?
Oh, we won't see another Minnellium, will we?
Bren, you said Minnellium.
Did I? We won't see another millennium.
Why? Are they not having any more? Has this one been too expensive?
Twinkle, it's 2,000 years since the birth of our Lord.
Our Lord who?
Didn't you do any religion at school?
Can't remember. No, I think I did tiling.
Tiling? What use is that in a spiritual crisis? What do you do when you're in a church? Kneel down and grout?
Tony, Bren, Malcolm.
Hello, Stan.
You back on board, Stan?
Yes,
Do you want to take some of them down, then?
I do.
Oh, dear.
Looks like Big Bobby's had the heave-ho.
And with Bobby, there was rather a lot of hoe to heave. Oh, Flip, is it going again?
No, it's OK. Contact lenses.
Oh, I liked you in glasses.
Oh, did you?
They diminished your nostrils.
We're going in 2 minutes, girls. I mean it.
I just want to see what's happening on the flyover. Bren?
I'll get him.
Bung them in a box, will you, girls? That's my girl. Oh, that was your mother on the phone, by the way.
Calling from where?
Well, she said it was a cocktail bar. Sounded more like an abattoir.
What does she want? Don't tell me she's had the baby. It was twins. She wants 500 quid for a double buggy.
No, she said, did you get her a present?
Did I get her a present?
No, she's giving you a present for the millennium. Someone's dropping it in for you.
Ha ha.
I'll just go and see what the traffic's doing.
Are you worried about it?
Couldn't give her monkeys. Not my do, not my problem.
Well, listen, thanks for this shirt. Are you sure you don't want it?
Yeah. So, you all right? Not too tired?
No, I'm great. I'm really happy.
Good.
Well,
I thought we'd never get you on your own. I thought he'd packed up smoking.
He hasn't, has he, Bren?
Oh.
How was it?
What?
Christmas with Tony.
You missed all this. We waved off with a brass band. They had the last seats on the plane.
Lovely new anorak.
Bren was in tears.
I was not in tears.
You were? Look, you're crying now thinking about it.
I'm not.
How was it on the plane?
Oh, well, I was a bit nervous, you know, when it took off, because it suddenly goes up and you think, oh, flipping heck. And they give you this little bag of peanuts and they tell you what to do if the oxygen mask comes down. I'm thinking, oh, God, I can't even get the flipping peanuts up, and now we're going to cop with an oxygen. But once we were up, you know, and sort of flat, it was lovely.
Oh, Bren. And what did he say to you?
Well, just after we took off, he put his arm round me. He said, look down there, Bren, that's Strange Ways.
Typical.
And when you got there, was it very romantic with Tony?
Oh, beggar that. What does he look like stripped? Has he got a six-pack? Or has he got a catering pack? Do you get it?
Hello, hello. Minnellium dinner, catering, waitresses.
Go on, Bren.
For heaven's sake, will you get in the car? Do you want to be stranded in the blithering traffic? Tom's given up his very precious free time to ferry pea soup and roasted vegetables from place to place. The least you can do is to be ready to go. This is the most prestigious firm's dinner I've ever had to organise. The Millennium balloons have all arrived with an L missing. And I'm rediscovering my inbuilt sexuality at a very sensitive age. So this is no time for you to be conspiring to drive me absolutely right round the buggering twist.
Will you moderate your language, please, at this very special time? And it would be nice if we could all perhaps spare a thought for the coming of our Lord.
Oh, not him again. We're back on ragtag and flipping bobtail in a minute. Can I just finish me coffee?
Never mind your bloody coffee. Get in the bloody frigging car!
Now, that's enough.
Yeah, that is enough, actually, Philippa. The traffic will be crawling along anyway. 5 minutes isn't going to make any difference. We've all been working really hard as well, you know. Now, I don't mind how many bloodies you pack into one car, 2 in the front, 2 in the back and a frigging on the roof rack, but some people find it offensive.
Thank you.
I don't like fart face. Even after 9 o'clock.
I'm very sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, Dolly. And you're right to mention our Lord, though we do, of course, live in a multi-faith society.
Well, I'm aware of that, I hope. I mean, on our road we have a lovely old church, don't we, Jean? Beautifully looked after, much used by the community.
It's a carpet shop.
Now we hear there are plans for it to be taken over by some daft group. What are they, Jean?
Christians.
Getting up a petition.
Christian fundamentalists.
Well, it's all very well for them laughing and making friends with Jesus. We'll have miles to go for a carpet if that happens.
No, I just meant we don't all have the same faith. Anita, for example, may have another form of worship.
Who do you worship in your family then, Anita?
Well, we all really like Celine Dion.
Get in the car, sad girl. See you the brewery, oldies. See ya.
Oh, Flip, this job is a nightmare.
I tell you what, shall we treat ourselves and pop to the executive ladies?
Oh, yes, let's actually.
And I'll tell you about when Keith's Auntie Dot from Cockermouth found 2 albino gerbils under the spare bed.
Oh, did they mate?
Well, they didn't, with them being 2 Angora bed socks. Come on.
That was nice of Jean.
Oh, she's not bad for a big-bottom nymphomaniac.
Tell you what, sex with a large part-time nurse isn't bad, but running up and down stairs with heavy crates in good company runs a pretty close second.
What happened, Stan? I thought Bobby was spending the New Year at your place.
Have you fallen out with Bobby then, Stan?
Well, Paper Hat started it. Her house, Christmas dinner. You see, I can't wear a paper hat straight out of a cracker. I have to iron it. Well, Bobby reckoned that broke the festive mood, me leaving the table for 10 minutes to rewire the iron. And I couldn't see it. Anyway, that didn't come to anything as a skirmish. Ding, ding, back to your corner. Then she came to my place. Well, you've seen my living room, haven't you, Bren?
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, it's nice enough, but the lathe takes up a fair amount of floor space.
So does Bobby, doesn't she?
Kidding you're not. I felt wherever I turned, there she was. And then she offered to wash up. This is in me dad's kitchen. I told her I've got a system, but oh no. She plunges in, pans, glasses, potato masher, all in the one bowl. It was painful. And then, and this is what really stuck in me clack, she said, let's leave the washing up and go to bed.
Signing her own death warrant there.
No. Dander was up. Well up. Leave the washing up, I told her. My dad was a desert rat. He washed the tin plates of 32 fighting men in a hubcap. Washing up I do not leave. And as for bed, if you think I can lose myself in full-blown intercourse with someone who leaves forks stuck on the draining board, prongs up, another thing coming, you have definitely got.
Was she upset?
No idea.
Stan, do you want to give your pal in traffic a ring?
Is there a problem?
What? What is it?
Well, it looked like they were closing off the flyover. Could be dodgy.
Will that matter? No flyover?
Well, that's our main route in.
Oh, no.
Though I've got a nice new cut-through. Turn left at the roundabout into that drive-in burger place.
Do you not have to buy a burger?
No. I get to the window and I say, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I've just remembered I'm a vegetarian and drive away.
Just to warn you, Phil, it's not looking that good.
But I've got to get to the brewery. I've got to.
Look, worst comes to the worst. The wine's there, the band's there.
Tom's on his way.
He's got the pea soup, hasn't he, and the vegetables?
This is so typical. Why am I always like this? Why can I never organise anything?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Philippa. You've organised a pea soup in a brewery.
God, what is it?
Well, I phoned my pal in traffic. It was engaged first go off. Then I pressed automatic redial. What a boon.
And?
And I said, is that Phil? And it was.
Go on.
Oh, is that Phil Doodah that used to work here?
That's him.
Phil Wilkinson.
Henderson.
Stan, please, what did you say?
Didn't he have a wife with a frozen shoulder?
No, that was Val Wilkinson. She had a frozen shoulder, but it was only psychological.
I'm sorry to butt in, but I need to
Phil
know.
Henderson's wife had the spleen that was round the wrong way.
That's right. We had that whip round for her to have it reversed privately.
We raised thousands for that spleen, didn't we?
I don't know if she ever had it done. Though a few months later, I did notice she had a new conservatory.
Stan, please, tell me what is happening with the traffic.
Well, Phil Henderson used to be a traffic warden, but a mixture of non-stop verbal abuse and bunions made him rethink. Now then...
That's enough! God almighty! Can no one in the whole of bloody Greater Manchester give you a straight answer? Does every simple query have to come with a side order of spleens and bunions? I need to know what's happening with the traffic. I don't need to know the life history of every blasted idiot that's ever worked in this stupid, godforsaken factory!
Human resources. You've got none. Shall I tell you something?
Don't get your dander up, Stan.
Get me dander up, get it up. I wouldn't even give it a nudge with a wet flannel. I've seen some pitiful sights in this canteen. Girls trying to stack 5 chairs on a 4-chair table. Grown men picking the raisins out of an Eccles cake, but you beat the band, you do. You want to know what's happening about the traffic? Do you want to know your chances of getting into town this evening in time for HWD Components' once-in-a-lifetime, no expense spared Minnellium dinner?
Please.
And you don't want it wrapped up? No softening the blow? No words of comfort? No light-hearted little humorous touches?
No.
Here it is, then. There's a riot in the middle of Manchester. There's 3 naked lads on the roof of the Midland Hotel. Somebody's ram-raided the Disney shop and they've closed the city centre. They're letting no more cars into town. All the main roads are gridlocked. The flyover's been coned off. And you, and you are going nowhere.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
I'll tell you who you look like when you cry. What's that film about the man who's died?
Ghost?
Philadelphia.
And it plays the,
Lonnie Donegan.
the cello. He was in that film with the one in the vest.
Bruce Willis? Die Hard? Alan Rickman? Truly Madly Deeply?
Oh, I love Truly Madly Deeply.
Oh, I couldn't bear it. Juliet Stevenson, all that crying and stuff coming out of her nose. She won awards for that, didn't she? It was just awards for snot.
I'll tell you what I couldn't bear. Chariots of Fire. It made me heave. A film about running, and it's in slow motion.
I tell you who's nice that I like.
Who's nice that you like, Bren?
Woody.
Alan?
Woodpecker.
Who's Alan Woodpecker?
He's in a film with Bruce Willis.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I shall go and relieve myself.
Would you care to use our lavatory, Stan?
You know, I don't know if I could make myself go in a female-only facility. I think I might find it impeded the flow.
He doesn't look bad out of his overalls, does he?
Bren?
They're over there. I'll get them for you.
I'll get them.
Are you getting over it now, the dinner?
I always go overboard. It's like religion. I nearly became a nun.
They're hardly nuns at all these days, are they? With all these drip-dry fabrics and driving Toyotas. They're hardly suffering at all, in my view.
Look, we're chucking all the food anyway. Smoke it here.
I'm not smoking it near you.
No, well, I don't want you to get cold.
I don't want you to get cancer.
It's going okay.
They go well together, don't they?
Ren?
I've just given them to you.
No, come here.
Oh. Well, good luck to them. They couldn't make a worse mess of it than I have.
Dolly!
Do you miss your husband, Jean?
Miss the company. I'm not cut out for being on my own. If I say something like, I'm a fool, I've left those tomatoes on the back seat, it's just nice if there's someone there going, have you?
Jean, come here a minute.
Tell me they're not all in there. Tell me it's not one of those foreigner cubicle capers. That's all we need to kick off the new millennium, a cracked seat and an overstretched ball cock. What's to do?
I've just found a baby.
No. Where?
On the fire escape.
A baby? Living?
Oh, yeah. I was just going to have a fag, you know. I looked down and there was this car seat with a little baby in it, with a hat on.
How old?
Little. Newborn, maybe. I don't know.
This is happening more and more. It's these novelty condoms. They're not up to the job.
We better phone the police.
A little baby. What a stupid thing to put on a fire escape.
How about that dark girl on reception? She looks just the type to have an unplanned baby and leave it on our fire escape.
You don't even know her.
No, but I've seen her picking at a pasty. That was quite revealing.
It's got to be one of us. No one else knows Tony smokes out there.
So we're back to Twinkle.
He's awfully dark.
Then we're back to Anita.
Got hold of the police, finally. They're sending a squad car, taking him to hospital.
Who was Twinkle going out with 9 months ago?
April. That's when we had the decorators in.
Well, Twink did have a thing with that dark one, Paul. Do you remember? She kept coming in smelling her turps.
Oh.
What are you thinking about, Jean?
Oh, Keith coming to see us in the hospital after Lisa was born. I woke up and he was in tears, bent over the little cot. She's the most beautiful baby I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, he was bent over the wrong baby. It was a big plug ugly thing belonging to the woman in the next door. He was a lovely father.
We're all getting a bit gloomy.
Well, it's that sort of a night, isn't it? Looking back, regrets, wondering.
What do you regret then, Stan?
I failed to appreciate the full potential of the crosshead screwdriver. I was publicly pretty scornful, to be blunt. I still wake up sweating about it even now. How about you, Jean?
Oh, I wish Keith and me could have sorted ourselves out a bit better.
It wasn't worth it, Jean. You're a fine-looking woman. You won't go lonely.
Oh.
Oh. Where do you stand with regrets, Dolly?
Well, I wish I'd kept all the fluff out of the fluff filter on my tumble dryer.
Why?
Well, think how much fluff I'd have now if I'd done that. And grandchildren would have been nice, if we're dealing in home truths.
Stephen doesn't have any children.
No, he's not married. He shares a flat with a marine biologist, Marcus. They collect unusual teapots.
Do we clear up, doll, then make a move? Do you want to hold the bin bag open for a stand?
Do you know, that's the best offer I've had all day.
Bren, I'm sorry, but you haven't thought it could be Tony's baby?
No, it couldn't, because of all that chemotherapy he's had. He's, what's the word? I always want to say infrequent, infertile.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, doesn't matter. I'm 42 anyway. I wasn't likely to... I mean, I'm lucky, I think, what I have had this Christmas. Anorak, been on a plane, been with Tony. Babies were just something other people had, you know, like fondue sets. But it's quite hard, isn't it, when you sit this near to one and think you never have one? It's quite hard.
Hello? Police? Up the stairs! Visitor. Keith.
Hey, I come in peace.
Oh, yeah.
I got stuck on the flyover going into town. Left the car, had a walk round. Saw the lights on. Brent, Tony, lovely to see you all. Lose more than your wife when you split up.
Now, you should have thought of that before you ran off with a lipless Welsh vegetarian.
Hey, I'm standing on no legs here. Not a leg to stand on. Though, to be fair to Bronwyn, she does eat chicken. What a great place this is, Jean. I often think of you. And when I do, I picture you in here.
Well, we were just going, but you can have a drink if you like.
No, I'm not going to intrude. But I'd love to drink your health another time, Jean. Just to wish you all the best in the world. And hope that, well, maybe when a little more time's elapsed, you may feel able to carve out some kind of new relationship with me.
Well, we go back a long way, I suppose.
I drove past Rocks Road today, Jean. So many memories. Lisa in her playpen in the garden. Me struggling with that crazy paving.
Oh, yeah.
Then moving to 72. Have you changed it much?
No, I haven't changed it at all. You can come back with me if you like. See for yourself.
Oh, that's a lovely idea, Jean.
We could have a drink. You could always sleep on the sofa.
No, I'll not impose myself. I don't think that would be right. But what I'd very much like to do, if I may, is put my back seats flat and then I can take away the wallpaper table.
Say that again.
Well, it's silly to buy a new one.
Get out.
I'll deal with this. 1, you don't treat a female woman like that. 2, I'm throwing you out of here now. And 3, you wouldn't get a wallpaper table in your car because even with the seats down, it's got a woefully pitiful cubic capacity.
Coming in here, talking about Lisa's playpen. I thought maybe he was just thinking about us getting back together.
Jean, I have to say it. Excuse me, Dolly, don't listen to this. Keith is an arsehole.
I know, but you can get used to that in a person.
He once made a pass at me, Jean.
Did he?
Oh, it didn't get anywhere. I was in a wraparound cardigan.
He tried it on with me once, actually.
And me, sorry, last Christmas.
And me. Only joking.
Well, happy flaming New Year.
That's him on his way.
Oh, thanks, Stan.
Flyover's open.
Oh, are you going to wait for Tom then, Philippa?
No, I'll go home. Can you tell him, Bren?
I'll tell him.
Shall I drop you back, Jean? See you safely to the door?
Well, you can come through it if you like. I've got a box of wine in the fridge, I think.
We could have a Minnellium drink, couldn't we? See the old year out, a couple of pals.
Well, what a night. Happy New Year, Bren. Happy New
Year, all the best.
You deserve one.
A couple of pals.
Eh?
Stan. Barry's been kicked into touch and he's after being the next man in. Crafty sod. It's a canteen romance. This'll keep us going for weeks, this will. Come on.
What?
I'm not an idiot. I know you're upset.
I'm not.
Look, I've been married, you know. I recognise the signs. Talk to me, eh?
I don't know what it is.
Is it me?
No, you're great.
Was it the baby?
Well, it was the baby, and everyone talking about what they wish they'd done, and what have I done? Bugger all, really, do you know what I mean? I've just kept it all really... I don't mean predictable. I've just kept it all to what I could manage.
Well, that's all right.
Well, yeah, and then this happened, you know, you and me, and now I feel really Well, scared, because when it all goes wrong between us, I don't know what I'm going to feel like.
Oh, Bren. I don't know what to say to you, man. I can't make any promises.
No, I know. It's just when something feels really good, you think, well, why did this not happen before? I think that's what it is. I wish I'd met you before.
When? Before I had chemo?
Before I married an alcoholic, I don't know, 20 years ago. No, not 20 years ago, I had a perm.
20 years ago, I think I did. I never meant to end up lobbing pies, you know.
No, I know. But pies need lobbing, and you lob them really well.
Bren.
What?
You're hurting my hand.
Sorry.
Oh, this should have gone with the baby.
Well, we can take it round the police station tomorrow.
This was under the nappies. Bren, please take care of my baby.
Someone wants me to have the baby?
Someone who can't spell Bren.
You don't think my mother was pregnant?
No.
You don't think she was pregnant and she left it here for me and that's why she phoned up about the present? You don't think she's, like, giving me a baby because she knows I can't have one and she wants to make it up to me for all the other stuff?
I don't really, Bren.
Because she could have been pregnant and the man she's knocking off at the petrol station, he's Asian and she wouldn't want a baby. She's hopeless with babies. I should know. I was the baby she was hopeless with.
It was a clean baby, mate, in a brand new car seat. Any baby of Petula's would look like something out of the Beano.
So when she phoned up to say she was giving me a present, you don't think she was giving me a baby for the Minnellium?
No.
Did I just say Minnellium?
It doesn't matter.
I was supposed to bring a present from Petula, but I couldn't get here before the traffic was so bad. Sorry. Happy New Year.
Is that the present from my mother? What is it?
A load of pies. Petrol station pies.
Well, that'll teach me something, won't it, about life? You want a baby and what you get is a load of pies. Well, we got a microwave. Do you want to see the old year out with a pie?
Not unless you want to see the new year in on a drip. They're about 2 months out of date. Come on, let's go home.
Getting up, getting out, getting on, getting going. Where's the way out, the dreams that you hold in your heart? All the scared little choices you make without knowing. Take away from the thing that you had at the start. Day by day. Drops of water where the stone...
Bren? It's all right, the police have got him. Tony, will you phone them?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It doesn't matter, don't worry.
I can't explain.
You don't have to explain. It's all right, it doesn't matter.
Anita, it's ringing. Do you want to talk to them?
How are you? Have you just been stuck on the flyover all this time in Tom's car?
Yeah.
Are you starving?
No, but I'm right off pea soup, I can tell you. I'm Spyro flipping gyro.